Hi, Mr. Tech. What are we talking about today, sir?
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Remember, this is just a big quiz question
Yo,
show.
tough, man. Last week you said you are going to have a really good conversation today.
Yes. What
Yeah,
did I say I was going to talk about? Can you remember?
that's a good question. Is that the quiz? Okay, we must remember this week we take notes. Take
Yeah.
notes. Take
Let's
notes.
put
Okay.
reminders on our
Next
calendars.
week we're talking about this. Yeah. Okay, got you. Got you.
Okay. You want to? Okay. I'm going to ask you a question, and then you're going to give me an answer that we'll see is close, and then
Okay.
we'll have a discussion.
Sure.
Okay. What is an interest rate differential?
Was that the question?
Yes, that's a question. I thought of adding something.
Mhm.
Okay, let me ask it this way. What
Okay.
is the interest rate differential and how does it affect foreign exchange rates?
Oh. No, so I'm gonna set this one out today.
Okay, just give it a try, Tabs, because I think you might get close. Okay, it's all in
In
the
the word
like your
differential.
interest rate
Mm-hmm.
differential.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know what?
Let me ask you. Let me ask you. We're getting nowhere today.
It's tough today,
Okay,
man.
let me ask you this question,
Okay.
Tabs.
Mm.
Okay, what is the interest rate differential between two countries like South Africa and the USA? Does that make more sense now?
Well, I mean, yeah, the differences or the different interest rates that the two countries essentially have, then essentially, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much.
Mm. Mhm.
Okay.
So we have a specific interest rate, and then they
Yes.
also
Yeah.
have their own different interest rate.
Because every country has different interest rates,
Hundred
right?
percent,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. So, simply put, it is the difference between interest rates in two countries.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
For example, if South Africa's interest rate is 7%
Mm-hmm.
and the US rate is 3.75%,
Mm-hmm.
South Africa has a 3.25% point interest rate advantage, or that is the interest rate differential.
Got you.
Okay.
Sure.
Why does it affect exchange rates?
Mm-hmm.
And to be very honest, it also affects forward exchange contracts
Mm-hmm.
because they use interest rate differentials to calculate forward points.
Okay.
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 Investors look at the return they can earn in different countries. So
Mm-hmm.
if South Africa's rates are much higher than the US rates,
Mm.
South Africa bonds and investments can look more attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Foreign investors may move money into South Africa. They need rands to buy those assets, so therefore the demand for rand increases, the rand can strengthen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it isn't guaranteed, as
Mm-hmm.
always.
Mm-hmm.
Investors also consider South Africa's political, economic, and credit risks.
Mm-hmm.
A high interest rate may not compensate for perceived risk.
Yes. Okay.
Ah.
Okay. I got you.
Okay, so example one, a wide interest rate gap. So, say for instance, South Africa's rate is 7%, the US rate is 3.75, which gives you 3.25 percentage point differential. Could encourage investors to hold rand assets because they potentially earn a high interest rate.
Mm.
That can support the rand. Okay, so example two, the gap
Mm-hmm.
narrows. That's going to do the opposite,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. So the SARB cuts rates to 6%, while the Fed keeps rates at 3.75%. The differential falls from 3.25 to 2.25.
Mm-hmm.
South African assets have become relatively less attractive, potentially reducing foreign demand for the rand and putting downward pressure on the South African rand. So that's pretty much what an interest rate differential, and that's pretty much what happened. Essentially, the markets were pricing in when the Reserve Bank didn't increase interest rates, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rand actually spiked because
Okay.
now investors were thinking, okay, but we think the Fed's going to increase interest rates,
Yeah.
so they were anticipating a differential that was going to actually decrease.
Mm-hmm.
But any case, the Fed never increased interest rates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then that differential stayed the same.
Mm-hmm.
So like you see how the markets look at it.
100%.
Yeah. So that's
Gotcha.
the interest rate differential between two countries.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so there's every country has their own interest rates, and yeah, but it doesn't always mean it's going to increase
Yes.
demand in your currency.
Mm-mm.
For instance, Zimbabwe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
True.
I'm not sure what their interest rates are. Or Turkey is a great
Mm-hmm.
example. Argentina is a great example. Their interest rates kind of went through the roof,
Mm.
but it didn't increase
The value of that
yeah, it
currency.
didn't
Yeah.
help the currency because
Okay.
they had other fundamental issues with
Mm.
their economy, right?
Mm.
They weren't looking at, yeah, they had inflation issues, things like that. So then
Mm.
it didn't help their currency.
Okay. I like that. We learned something new today.
Yeah,
See, yeah, I like
yeah,
that. I
yeah.
like that. We have a comment here on TikTok saying that's why I ran away from economics. Yeah, even me. I love it, but really insightful information. I mean, actually quite interesting how things work.
Mm.
And how it actually affects then trade between the various entities, of course, or the
Yeah,
various countries. Yeah.
exactly. So, and that's why, we think that the US interest rates don't affect us,
Hmm.
but they actually do.
Yeah.
What the Fed does in America and what the SARB does, yeah, it affects all of us.
Mm.